Hey guys, thanks for joining me so much in recapping part of our testimony night with us. This was our first ever testimony night, and you're about to listen to one of our speakers, Tom Nicholson. He's actually the dad to one of our male models. If you go in our photos and you see like the super tall, blonde, blue-eyed guy that is modeling for us, his dad is the one who is speaking in this. His name is Tom. He's absolutely incredible. And something that really stands out to me about his testimony is just the shift that he experienced when he was walking in his faith and it felt more knowledge based and performative versus what it felt like after when he was really surrendered and just trying to do what the Lord was calling him to do. I think it's really awesome what he explains. His testimony was set up to be interview style, so you'll hear me jump in and ask him some questions to help keep the cadence moving forward. But this video starts right after I had asked Tom the question, hey, what did your life look like before you were even walking with Christ? Before the knowledge, before all the things. And so that's where you'll be jumping in.
In that time, I learned the Lord's Prayer, and I had a little diorama that was set up in my room, and I memorized that Lord's Prayer, and it stuck with me, and I prayed that virtually every night for the rest of my life, up to including now. So even though I wandered far from the Lord, and I did wander quite far, I still had that connection that kept the shepherd in each other's sight. So that was the foundation of my faith. But fast forward up into my high school years, I had wandered far and lived a immoral lifestyle, drugs and alcohol, and but something inside me told me this was not authentic. This was not a real way to be. I was from chemicals from the outside trying to inspire the inside and not working from the inside out through the Holy Spirit or through whatever else. And a good microcosm of that was I had a ski pass to Mount Brighton. I grew up in Brighton, and I would ski every night, but I felt like I had to be high in order to have fun. And after some time, it started to turn, and I learned to enjoy the moment from within, from that athletic experience of it, the thrill of the hill, and not this false facade of inspiration. So after some time, I saved some money, went to college, and got involved in ROTC, and that further pulled me out of the bad lifestyle, and was selected to go to Ranger School as one of 50 cadets in the nation, and went to a 9-week hard school where you get about 2 hours sleep a night and 1 C ration a day. I went in at a weight of about 155, my marathon weight, and came out at 125. But in that time, I learned I learned about delayed gratification, endurance, and what it means. There's a saying, pain is temporary, and it sounds like a really tough thing to say, like a really macho thing, but it's a very important lesson. It has a lot of deep meaning to it, and it's that the things that hurt today will be in the rearview mirror tomorrow. And so when you look at it from a Christian standpoint, it's magnitudes higher than that, because it's not just the little hurts of the day. It's the pains that come from loss of a loved one, or death, or disease. These are tough things, but from a Christian standpoint, they're just a short thing in the measure of eternity. So looking back at them, which we will do, you have the strength to withstand that. So
Tell us a little bit about your commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I went to ROTC, and then I graduated with a commissioned as a second lieutenant, and was second command of an Airborne Ranger National Guard company. And my commander told me about the Bible and said, you don't need all this self-help stuff. Just it's all in the Bible. And it gave me a couple of cassette tapes, and that's dating, so how long ago that was, but cassette tapes on the New Testament. And I plugged those in, and I just kind of caught fire and bought the whole Bible on cassettes and listened to it from Genesis to Revelations twice, and then just got a spirit of intellect and knowledge bestowed on me. I just sought voraciously anything I could get Christian to study. And C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity, I read multiple times. And and my wife, Kristen, say hi, Kristen. She was not my wife at the time when we were living together, but we promptly decided that we needed to get married, and we got married nearly immediately, and found a local church, Cornerstone Church here in Brighton, actually, which was meeting in a high school, and so on fire for the Lord for a while, and then I kind of hit like a plateau phase where I was going to church out of sense of duty. I was taking leadership roles, like I was in a group. I led a group called Triathletes in Action, and it was a bunch of competitive guys, and I was doing it to be their leader. And it was a works-based way. Again, just like smoking pot and skiing, it was an external way to reach what should be internal and expanding out. So, and I knew something was wrong.
I'd love for you to expand a little bit more on that here. I can talk loud too. Yeah. But just like this idea of living from a place of knowledge and it almost turning performative. And it's like, I'm wondering, when you went to school and you developed all of that discipline, maybe you had habits from that season of your life that maybe were just turning over into faith because that's how you learn to do things. Or how do you think, do you think it was developed that way? Or how do you think that spirit of knowledge came about?
Well, that's a good curveball. I would say that keeping that initial connection with the Lord through the Lord's Prayer and praying every night, and just seeking, always seeking. Even when I was in that period of knowledge, I knew something was still not right. That I met Spirit-led people, and I said, I'm not like that. I need to be like that. How can I act? And the good news is you can pray for that, because it says that you can you can get the Spirit by the Spirit.
Yeah. Doing great.
I knew that's going to come. Okay. Railing. Okay. So I prayed that long and often in years and got frustrated, but
I think this is so relatable too. It's like, because I even remember a point in my faith like that.
Yeah.
It's like we forget we don't have to perform.
Right.
We just have to ask for that. But then with asking for that, it came with something.
Yeah. Yeah. But so the Lord does it in His own timing. So my son Max, who is the model here.
Yeah, Max.
He attended Salt Company at Michigan State and invited Kristen and I out to the Commons. And we went there, and I just felt the Spirit moving, and quite strongly, and I felt like this is something I need to get involved with and support. But it's an hour and 15 minutes away, and how is this going to work? And so I'm sitting there listening to the sermon, and the pastor was a guest pastor named David Livingston. And he announced, right as I'm thinking of this, that he's going to do a church plant in Ann Arbor. I was like, okay, message received. So Kristen and I started attending that fall, Treeline Church. Hi, Sarah. Sarah was in our initial connection group, but we started attending Treeline, and the Spirit was put on me to serve the church in whatever way I could. If they asked me to clean toilets, whatever it was. So I volunteered for the load-in team, and it was supposed to, we met at 10:30 at the church, and I thought, well, when do we get here? 9:30 to set up all these stages and stuff. I can do that. 6 a.m. So we started. So I started doing that, and I loved it so much that I just made sure I was always on load-in team, welcome team, and the spirit of just serving, doing it from the inside out, not trying to force it by taking some leadership roles, making it about me, but serving from a place of service. So that was kind of key.
Yeah, and just
I think what it sounds like, I've listened to Tom's testimony a couple times now, and we've just really sat with it, but the difference maker, it sounds like the difference maker between this season where it was like the spirit of knowledge and just maybe knowing the story of the Bible versus feeling like the indwelling of the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It came with obedience.
Yeah.
Came with a surrender.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about that surrender?
Man, you're good at throwing curves.
Sorry. You got it. You got the Holy Spirit in you, remember?
Okay. Surrender.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just accepting what I've been praying for. So when it was offered, it just became clear. So,
and it sounds like he even gave you a heart to do it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
He changed your desires to match that. Do you think spirit of knowledge, Tom, would have been down for this? Having known, like you were cleaning toilets and you're waking up.
That's a good question. Things happen in their own timing for that reason. Sometimes you look back at things and say, why didn't that happen then? Well, maybe the heart wasn't ready then. So,
right.
So that's what I think happened. So fast forward a little bit, and in September of 24, I got baptized.
Yeah.
At Tree Line. So it's been an awesome experience and an awesome ride, and I'm thankful. And just remember that Jesus lives. He's on the move.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And he'll fill you from the inside out. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Tom.
I hope you guys loved listening back to Tom's testimony. If you have any feedback, any comments, likes, subscribing, following us on social media, any engagement that way helps us continue to do what we do and gives us the encouragement to keep going. We are so grateful to have you guys as a part of the Walk fam. Hope you have a blessed day.